Good evening. I'm your host, Bruce Jackson of the Gift House, and today we're talking to a gentleman by the name of Robert Kelly of International African American Foundation.
Yes.
And he has rather interesting take on with his nonprofit. And I understand you are a urban farmer.
Urban farmer, yes.
Okay, and give us a synopsis of how you got started, what prompted you to want to go into farming, and what do you plan to do with the farming once you when you produce the agriculture?
Right. My background, I have a heavy culinary background. Okay, I've been a chef since '93. So being in that field, you get produce all the time. You're always trying to find a cheaper way to go ahead and stay in business, to go ahead and produce your product. The thing that bugged me most was that, hey, look, trying to go ahead and go to different wholesalers and stuff like that, it's pricey. Things cost a lot. So that was the biggest thing. And then over the years, I've just been trying to figure out a way to go ahead and try to just reduce the cost. But I also see that, hey, like a lot of our people are having problems out here. It's just a combination of health, trying to make money, trying to go ahead and sustain yourself. So I just figured that, hey, maybe there's a way to go ahead and do something with all the land we have in Chicago. Just go ahead and figure out a way to utilize some of the land.
So, Robert, what did you figure out?
I figured out that, hey, look, one, we eat terrible. We have bad eating habits. We're spending excessive amounts of money on food that you can actually grow yourself. You know, another aspect of this is aqua farming. I'm trying to go ahead and also get it going where I have foods and vegetables growing and going ahead and grow fish at the same time. And then still we can utilize the land that we're trying to get into to go ahead and grow those other vegetables and foods that you couldn't normally get at the regular supermarket in your area. Chicago is full of food deserts. There aren't a lot of grocery stores around that have really good food. And being a chef, you know, I come to certain areas, it's just rough trying to go ahead and produce a product when the raw materials aren't there.
You mentioned aqua farming.
Right.
How difficult is aqua farming?
It's real simple. You can go ahead and do an aquaponics unit right there on your tabletop. Just depends on what you want. If you want to do something massive, you have to put a little work into it. It's extremely simple. It's a small unit.
How fast would it be in terms of receiving a benefit from it?
Depends on what you grow. Vegetables usually take less than 2 months. Certain vegetables take at least 2 months. It'll give you can get a nice yield from it.
What type of vegetables in 2 months?
Romaine lettuce, just lettuce, broccolis. A lot of things grow a lot quicker when you go ahead and put them through those units. A lot of vegetables grow very quick, and it's almost no limit to what you can grow.
Okay. So we got aquaponics, we got farming. What else we have?
The aquaponics, the fish. Well, part of the aquaponics is also the fish. You can go ahead and do tilapia, catfish, perch, most freshwater fish you can go ahead and even you can also do a freshwater shrimp. So the sky's the limit. You can go ahead and do a lot of things with that.
Now, if you set up a farming unit that you're speaking of,
right,
with the aquaponic components,
right,
how many families can you feed?
Well, the simple aquaponics units that I'm trying to go ahead and set up, roughly, I'd say maybe a family of 20 with the units that we're trying to grow. You can go ahead and put together something really nice, and you can feed lots of people. And with the well, something I'm trying to go ahead and do is to go ahead and have like a 1 acre lot, half-acre lot that can go ahead and produce throughout the year with a greenhouse, close to maybe 15 tons of food throughout the year. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with that food. So canning, preserving it, and just pushing it on, trying to save the family.
Now, You said there's a lot of things you can do with the food. You mentioned canning.
Canning.
You mentioned preserving.
Preserving.
What type of businesses that you can spin off from? We know the farming. We know about the
Right.
the aquaponic
Right.
garden. What other businesses will springboard from this?
Oh, that's beautiful. Transportation, of course, packaging, processing. Something else with certain foods and vegetables, certain fruits and vegetables that you grow, you can go ahead and also create an ethanol and create an alternative fuel if you got the said equipment. And the educational part of it is really, really a good thing. You can go ahead and expand a whole lot with the educational part of it, and that's something that a lot of people really need, is to learn what you go ahead and what you're growing. And it's kind of hard because we've gotten to the point where being farming is something that's low grade and beneath them, and that's offensive.
If you're watching this program and this is something that sparked your interest, and this is something that you're interested in, and you want to learn more about aqua farming or urban gardening, or if you just got a green thumb and you just want to perfect that green thumb, call the number at the bottom of the screen. Someone from our office will be in touch with you, and perhaps maybe you can even get a chance to meet Mr. Kelly, and you could probably show them some of the things that you've done in your garden.
Well, the thing that I'm working on most is like some of the stuff that we have growing up, because I'm associated with a couple of gardens. And on Wednesdays at the place on Chicago Avenue, it's called House Genesis on the Avenue, on Chicago Avenue, 5811 West Chicago Avenue. I'm going to be there and actually going ahead and doing cooking of some of the products that we go ahead and we produce.
Now you're going to be actually cooking.
Yeah.
You can cook. You said you were a chef.
I'm real good at it.
Okay, so what is your best? Now you're on national television.
That's cool.
Now, what is your best dish?
Let me see.
I want the dish that's coming out of the garden.
Coming out the garden. Oh, there's a lot. I love salads. Okay, so I can go ahead and do some things with salads, but I love to go ahead and do a lot of sautés with different broccolis and the Asian foods. Collard greens. I love to do saute those with different meats and different sauces. So I really don't have a set thing, but what we're featuring is our gumbo. We don't have the shrimp coming out of these places, but we can go ahead and deal with some of the okra that's coming out of the garden.
5811 West Chicago,
Yeah.
you're gonna have gumbo there.
Gumbo. Yes.
And we're gonna have greens.
We can go ahead and deal with greens and spoon bread. It's a nice cornbread souffle.
And a cornbread souffle.
Yes.
Don't play with me, Kelly.
I'm not playing
Don't
with
be
you,
playing,
brother.
man.
I can't do that. I'm gonna feed you. I want to feed you. I want you coming back.
Okay, listen, because I'm I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
And that shrimp, what was it, shrimp gumbo?
We're gonna do shrimp gumbo, shrimp, chicken, and sausage gumbo.
You heard it? Chicken and sausage gumbo. Is that sausage pork or is it non-pork?
I got a person that's getting me turkey. It's turkey and dooley sausage. So we're gonna try
that
it. We're gonna keep it like that.
Yeah, do that one. Yes. You know what? I like you already, man. Hey, Robert Kelly of International African American Foundation, aquaponic garden, farmer, agriculture, and gumbo.
Gumbo.
I'm here with Global City Unity. I'm Chef Rob. This is Chef Patrick. How you doing? We're here to talk about the International African American Foundation. We're going to be here every Wednesday here on Genesis on the Avenue, 5811 West Chicago Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And basically what we want to go ahead and try to do is push the mission of the International African American Foundation. That's to teach people about farming and agriculture, to get people involved in farming and agriculture, to go ahead and see the different avenues that are available with farming and agriculture. You don't have to go ahead and be a chef. There's different ways that we can go ahead and get involved. But we need to go ahead and get that farmland and turn it into something, so we can go ahead and produce the different jobs and entrepreneurs in the communities that's just so desperately needed. We are really trying to go ahead and do our best at trying to get people involved. So we'd like you to come on down and support us. Every Wednesday, we're going to be here doing different dishes. Today, I'm going to do a little gumbo. Well, actually, I already prepared. I tricked it a little bit, but it's still something we can go ahead and check out. As being here on Genesis on the Avenue, we can also do different things. We want to go ahead and have stuff like a poetry reading. We want to have comics, different bands, people talking about what's going on in the community as you contribute to what's going on in the community. We want to go ahead and build a community. I always go ahead and tell people, I really don't feel we have a community. I think we need to build it. So let's go ahead and work on building that community so we can go ahead and be a viable force in what's going on in the world. Our biggest problem is not that we need jobs, we need businesses, but we need finances to go ahead and tackle a lot of the ills in the community. But I'd like to have your support. Come on down and check us out. I'd like you to come down as a family unit. Come on down and check us out, and basically I want to go ahead and talk to the fathers, the men out here. Come on down and bring your wife, your girlfriend, your significant other, bring your children. Come on down here and check us out and see what's happening out here so we can go ahead, do what we need to do. We are a nonprofit organization. That, again, that's the International African American Foundation. We're committed to go ahead and alleviate Chicago and even other cities of its food deserts. So do what you can. Come on down here, unify, network. My biggest thing is this: healing and unification. Once we go ahead and heal, it's going to be a little bit easier to unify. We must go ahead and discuss the problems that's going on in a different area. Again, I'm down here, Genesis on the Avenue. Thank you to Global City Unity. Don't go. I'm going to go ahead and warm up something real quick. I got a little gumbo I wanted to throw out there, and I got like the red velvet cake. So I'm going to cut you a slice of that. And I'm going to heat up this gumbo real fast. So our mission is to go ahead and teach people about farming and agriculture and to alleviate these different neighborhoods of the food deserts. Come on down, check us out. But I want to go ahead and basically let Chef Patrick talk about, I love that rice, don't you just love that rice? Let Chef Patrick talks about some of the things that, what brought him to me, and I want to go ahead and help other young individuals to go ahead and help give them a direction in their life, to go ahead and say, hey, look, this is one industry you can get involved in. I need as much help as possible. Remember, this is a nonprofit foundation, and we really need your help. We can make a difference only with your help. If you stand back on the sidelines, things are just going to get worse. So, Chef Patrick.
Hey, I'm Chef Patrick. I'm coming to you today to show how we appreciate, we need people in the community to make things more better, because how I met Chef Rob is through juvenile corporating, which I have been incarcerated, that led me on to community service, which drove me with Chef Rob to show me there's better ways to do things than being on the street to sell drugs. There's better ways to sell things than just drugs on the street to help our community. And I also like to tell you that many people know my face, the struggles and constants that I've been through, so I know if I can stand here and do it, I know other people can too. So we just happen to have all the black people, or even more, even the mixed race, to help us to build our community to live in peace and not directing or pointing any other fingers at one another. I would like to give it back to Chef Rob.
Thank you, Patrick. Well, there are a lot of different things that we can do, but our future cannot go ahead and be successful if we don't deal with our youth. And this is a great venue for businesses, organizations to go ahead and come down. Come down and have your business meeting, your organization meeting down here at Genesis on the Avenue every Wednesday. Come down and let's work on unifying the community. My organization is the International African American Foundation. It's a non-profit. We're trying to do all we can to go ahead and build and grow that community so we can go be an economic and viable force on this planet. So the thing is that we need to get as much support, and we'd like to go ahead and get you coming out as a family unit. But the things I'd like to go ahead and have here also is poetry, bands, entertainment, people reading and reciting things of what's going on in the community. You know, just a community billboard, a community calendar, letting you know what's going on around here. And here on the west side of Chicago, there are things going on here that we need to know about. We need to know what's going on here. We also go ahead and want to work on bringing the family together and also helping create that extended family and doing our mentoring program to go ahead and help the youth and the young people in the neighborhood. I want to see more people coming down here as a family and going ahead and bringing individuals down here and bringing young people down here so we can go ahead and talk about the things that we need to build our community and to build this, to be a viable force on the planet. Because everything is all about economics. Again, my name is Chef Rob. I'm with the International African American Foundation, a nonprofit organization. I'm here with the Global City Unity. And I would like for you to go ahead and come down, check us out every Wednesday, and just basically see what's happening. Just go ahead and be curious. I'm going to go ahead and make a few dishes a little bit later on. So I hope you understand the importance of food. Thank you.
You got your stirring?
Yeah, I don't even do this. I'm a chef. So. Wheat egg. Some good stuff, boy.
What you cooking? What you getting ready to do?
Oh man, this is gumbo. I prepared it, you know, because it's a lot of chopping and, you know, prep to it. So I got, this is just basically a lot of mostly sausage and chicken gumbo. I have a little I have some sausage and shrimp gumbo, and I'm using turkey sausage. So I'm not using, I mean, a lot of people go ahead and they do their gumbos a lot of different ways. Gumbo is a really, really healthy dish. It's a lot more healthy, and it's got a lot of history. It's got a lot of history to it. So you want to make the plate look really nice for presentation, so, you know, presentation. So this, you know, some back of the house tricks, you know, before it comes to you. We got somebody going ahead and doing this to expedite it. So there we go. So how's that, huh? So yeah. So this is one of the dishes I want to go ahead and have and do down here at Genesis. To go ahead and do this on Wednesdays. I think I've listened to other people make gumbo, and I disagree with how they do things. But you know, whatever flips your boat, you know. So I figured that my way and the way I learned how to do it is a lot quicker. It's a little bit simpler and easier. But again, we need to concentrate on doing healthier foods. I want to go ahead and deal with I like doing gumbo because it incorporates a variety of different ethnic groups. There are different African groups, there are different Indian groups, there's a little Spanish, there's a little Creole, there's a little French. There's a lot of stuff that really goes into the preparation of gumbo. Any of you Louisiana types come on down here, you know. And even I found that even Mobile, Alabama, just in that region, different chefs have different ways of doing the gumbo. So come on down. It's not a competition. They're here to go ahead and learn. Let's teach our people different ways to go ahead and eat better and healthier. And the biggest thing is, let's stop purchasing these processed foods and all this garbage that's out here. Let's go ahead and do what we can do to go ahead and eat healthier, to save money. Because if you go ahead and you do a budget, you'll see that you can spend a lot less money on going ahead and cooking your foods from scratch. You can have money. You can have more money at the end of the week when you cook from scratch. So let's come on down here. Let's go ahead and combine ideas and see what we can do to also get into going ahead and creating our own food establishments and support black farmers that's out here. Let's support these farmers, and eventually, you know, I'm going to go ahead and have some farmers go ahead and come to the show so we can go ahead and do things. Again, this is Chef Rob. I'd like to say thank you to Global City Unity, my please support my organization. It's an International African American Foundation, a nonprofit organization where we want to teach people about farming and agriculture. And let me make this perfectly clear. Teaching about farming and agriculture does not mean that you're going to be down there with your hands in the muck. No, I want to teach you every aspect of it, but I need your help. I need your help. I need you to come on down here so we can build something, so we can go ahead and get our own farms to go ahead and deal with what's happening out here. We must learn how to grow what we wear and grow what we eat, because it's going to go ahead and keep us warm and safe, but it also keep you a lot healthy. So come on down here and check us out. I told you like a salt.
Right. Well, man. It's a real sandwich.
Keys to chopping is getting your knife skills together. It's basically having your knife fairly sharp. Constantly using, you should sharpen your knife maybe every 2 days. Oil, always hot pan, cold oil, and don't stick. Oh, God! I don't know why the Greeks say that. Smell those onions, little gumbo back in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my ingredients. Gumbo is basically it's the keys to it is getting that roux together. Once you get that roux together, that's the really much the keys to getting that flavor together. So roux is usually 1 part butter, 2 parts flour. You go ahead and do it just like making a gravy, but you're gonna let it brown a little bit. You're gonna let it get to a nice mahogany color. You can smell it. You want to use butter, but you can use other stuff. The butter has great flavor. So what I do, one day we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run you through it and show you exactly how I do it, some of my tricks. I contribute to it by going ahead and getting that roux together and throwing in all my onions and celery and garlic, sauteing that to this little opaque. Now I put in my okra. Now some people don't like okra, which kind of disturbs me. Okra is a good vegetable. It can take care of a whole lot of problems you have in your system. It's also one of those things that, hey, look, if you're constipated, it really helps. But it has a lot of vitamins to go ahead and help you with your skin and a lot of stuff. So it's something that we should go ahead and deal with. But when you put okra into the gumbo, you won't get that sliminess that runs everybody away. It actually helps thicken the sauce. I took How'd that look there? All made from scratch, nothing from a box. Show you how to make that. When I was a kid, I've been cooking since grade school, and I really started off baking, mostly cookies. Wait till you taste my cookies. That's also going to be a fundraiser item. I'm working on getting the labels together and have that in stores. I want to go ahead and have those cookies go ahead and take the place of the Girl Scout cookies. You know, Girl Scouts are all around the place, but I like to see something that's directly helping us in the neighborhoods and in the community. So support the cookie drive. They're awesome cookies. When you come on down, I'll give you samples of the cookies. You'll enjoy it. How about that there, huh? Again, this is Chef Rob. I'm here at Genesis on the Avenue. I'd like to say thanks to Global City Unity. Support my foundation. It's the International African American Foundation, a nonprofit organization. We're committed to go ahead and bringing farming, agriculture to the community and creating entrepreneurs. I don't want to put you in, give you a job. I want to go ahead and help you set up to be in your own business. That goes a long way. I don't think too many other organizations out here are talking about going ahead and putting you in your own business. So in order for us to get that started, I need all of your support. Chef Rob, International African American Foundation, we're a nonprofit organization. Again, thanks to Global City Unity.
I grew up as a seed anointed, yet I was disappointed by this town that's mostly gritty. But I believe that's the reason I was appointed to step forth and become the voice of Holy City. Why? Not because of nice gab, but to deliver the type of gift that doesn't come with a price tag, the one that'll ultimately make your life last. So kick back and relax. Let me give it to you right fast. It's called the Word of God. Because I get honor to God first in every spot. I got my kings back like Coretta Scott. So test the potency of my Holy Spirit-filled poetry. I strongly suggest that you better not. Because I spit an orally orchestrated symphony of sound of syllables, similes, and soliloquies that'll never decease, never desist, and certainly never stop. So enter the mind the hood raised. I'm the pretense of deepness. My intellect is reinforced by this passion I speak with. I engulf myself with knowledge, so it soaks past my outer surface. And when I deliver a message, people realize my truest purpose, and that's creating a presence. Capturing the eyes of all who look, from those that are street smart to those skilled with textbooks. See, we all have a mission. And all it takes is dedication. With the right moral medication, we got the strength to build this nation. See, because I've learned to persevere by putting my faith in the Lord's magic. Because my father was incarcerated and my mother was an addict. Yet I still move forward and my vision became clearer. My intent is not to brag, but I am proud of the man I see in the mirror. Because I'm miles away from perfection, yet still closer to good than bad. And I work diligently daily at being a perfect friend and dad. And each one of us has a mission that's waiting to shine through. But if you want the best results, put your faith in the Lord and watch the man do what he do. Because he's a miracle worker. He worked one for me, and he'll work one for you too. Since they say that knowledge is power, I'm nosy as a aardvark. I was dealt a bogus hand in life, but it made me a car shark. I grew up without a mom and a mother figure. I was given a hard start. So I got acquainted with the streets and developed a dark heart, using women for their body parts like they wanted all smart. Exercising lustful demons in a car in back of a dark park. Then I realized I was just being baptized by the dark arts. And I got over my Lord and he blessed me and gave me a recharged star. And I got past the hard part. Trap set for me to fall in. Playing the high-stakes game of poker with my life, and I was all in. But I didn't understand the rule to the game, but I still had to face it. But I was carrying myself, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's 4 aces, so the thought of me being a loser is inconceivable. The point is you got to believe in him as he believes in you, that there's no goal that's unreachable. See, I hope I'm reaching you. I got love for you all without question. These are more the words in the poetry session. This is potentially a life-altering lesson because the streets taught me a lesson. I was living life backwards. My bad actions brought horrible results, but still I would act worse. Carrying around so much negative weight and stress, it made my back hurt. Well, now I got the enemy faded like bleach on a black shirt. Because no matter what side of town you landed in or what situation you stranded in, it's still up to you to learn how to stomp in them boots you standing in. And I ain't gonna lie, I say it's easy. Because following the commandments is demanding. It's like when you potty train in the toilet, it takes patience and understanding. Because every now and then you gonna get peed and crapped on. Or knocked off your horse. But it's up to you to grab that saddle in that rain and hop back on and kick and buck and ride the beast till the beast back is gone. Because being stable might eventually hurt you, like sitting on the futon when the mattress gone. A lot of our ways and actions are wrong. We hate to see a brother come up a bask in the light. Sometimes my brothers can be as evil as those men in the movie The Passion of Christ. That just made my passion ignite, the passion to write. I do this to be heard, not to be seen. You can give me a mask and a mic, and I give my last breath of light to bring some of these ignorant cats to the light. Because you plus the Father, minus your worldly distractions, is a math to eternal life. I speak because I earned the right. And I ain't none of these knuckleheads walking around with his lungs charged, bragging about how his gun sparks. See, because I ride with God, and he's the real chief. And compared to him, they all softer than SpongeBob.